everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kirsten and thanks for coming back. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and give me a big thumbs up. Today I want to talk about a little bit of anxiety and depression. A few months ago I did my depression video and I did a brief anxiety video on how I deal with it. I kind of wanted to go over where I'm at right now and how high functioning anxiety, you would never know that they have anxiety, but some of the things that they do shows that they have that. I am still on my depression medications, but my anxiety meds are PRN, which means as needed. And I've taken my anxiety medication, I think once in the past few months, so that's a huge plus. And I'm doing my workouts, which is helping. So I'm hoping to be off the depression meds soon. But sometimes you need them for a little extra. Especially with me being in nursing school, it's a lot. It is a lot. And sometimes you feel like you can't do anything. But that's okay. So with anxiety, you kind of call this high functioning anxiety. And I see this in me, but it doesn't happen very often anymore. So with the high functioning anxiety, it could be someone who gets really irritated quickly. It can be someone who hates being late. I hate being late. I don't like being late. It does. It gives me anxiety to be late. I can't do it. And when somebody makes me late, I start spazzing out. Same with work. When I get to work, when I get to school. Oh my gosh. I hate it. I spaz. You deal with depression and anxiety differently from everybody else. You never know who is going through something. Someone could be a happy-go-lucky person in front of you, but when the doors are closed, they could be unhappy, suicidal. They can just be not okay. So one of the things I just want to say is try and be kind. Be kind to everybody. Even if you don't like them, be kind. Because you don't know what they're going through, what they've been through, and what they may go through in the future. You need to be kind. Treat people with respect. Even when someone disagrees with you. There is so much that I disagree with people on. I won't get into that. But they're human too. I read a quote the other day. It was about Robin Williams. Do you guys know who Robin Williams is? He was an actor who committed suicide. He was in Mrs. Doubtfire, Flubber. Oh my gosh. Good Morning Vietnam. He was in a lot of good movies. Peter Pan. He was one of my favorite actors because he made me laugh. He was the genie in Aladdin. He brought so much life to these movies because of his personality and everything. But deep down, he was hurting. And nobody knew that. Just try and be kind. Be kind to everybody. You don't know what they're going through, what they've been through, where their strengths and weaknesses are. I battle things. I battle school things, work things, things with my son, with my family, with everything. Life is hard. And when I used to be someone who wanted to please everybody by doing what they wanted me to do because they thought it was right for me. And it's not good for you to have somebody to constantly say what you're doing is wrong and how you feel is wrong. I've been told that for a while. And sometimes you need to do what's right for you. You need to take yourself out of the situation, take a step back, and close your eyes and picture yourself happy. What's gonna make you happy? What's gonna make your son happy? Your daughter? What's gonna make you happy? The one thing that I say that people don't really like that I say is you only live once. You could die tomorrow. And are you gonna die a happy person? Is your son or daughter gonna remember you being happy? I know sometimes that when I think about that with my son, like if I'm having a really bad day and I just want to sit down and just sleep because I just want to forget what happened and move on. Will my son, if I would pass away, would my son remember me happy? Would he remember mommy sad? I know that's not a really good thing to think about, but I think about that because you do only live once. And you shouldn't be pressured by everybody else and what they want you to do. I mean, it's great to get input and advice. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you need to do you and not people please. I used to be a people pleaser. I used to do everything because someone else told me it was the right thing to do when I didn't think it was the right thing to do. I do suffer from depression, but it's a whole lot better than what it was. I am so busy in life. I work a lot. I'm in school, and I do have my son. So life is a little crazy, but I will do anything to make my dreams come true. Even if that means mommy is super extra tired. But I want my son to know that he can do anything, even when things are hard and tough and you feel like you're getting smacked down from every corner, every angle. You can do anything too. If you have those dreams, go for it. It doesn't matter how old you are, what you've been through, what people say you can do it. Isn't that the thing? It's the impossible. But think about it. The impossible, what does that say? I'm possible. So the impossible is kind of contradicting itself. Because I'm possible. You are possible. You can do anything. Even if you are suffering from depression and anxiety. I can get on camera and act all happy and bubbly. But I could get off camera and break down because I'm not okay that day. And it is okay for you not to be okay. It's okay for you to ask for help. Just remember, you can do this. You can do anything you want to in this life. And you can succeed. When I put my mind to something, I succeed. It doesn't matter how long it takes me to do it. It doesn't matter what I'm going through. I will succeed if it takes me a little longer. Like school, I should be graduating from nursing school next month. But I am extending it and I'm graduating December 2022. And that's okay. That is okay that I am not graduating when I was supposed to. I never do anything right on the timeline anyway. I always wanted to do structure. That you were supposed to do this, this, and this, and then this, and this would happen. Well, I've never been one to follow that. Mine has been all over the place. I never knew what I wanted to do with my life until after I had my son. And now that I finally know where I'm meant to be, what I'm meant to do, I want to speed it up and hurry it up. And nursing's hard. It pushes you to your limits. I had a lot of breakdowns, but that's normal. Nursing is a lot of information. Trying to lose weight is a lot. Trying to pay your bills is a lot. Trying to make mini vacations or vacations is a lot. But if you want something to happen, you can do it. I'm doing it. I wanted more experience in the hospital, so I got a new job at a different hospital, who is giving me so many more opportunities than what the previous hospital did. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed working at that other hospital. I met a lot of great people there, and they will always have a special place in my heart, and I love hearing about everything they're going through. For me, it was best for me to move on to another hospital. I was scared. I didn't know if this was the right move for me because I got so comfortable in my old job. But my old job was not helping me in my nursing career. It was helping me on the desk work and not in the nursing care. So I jumped. I applied for 5 jobs at Geisinger. I got offered 4 of the 5 jobs, and I got to pick which one I wanted. And the position that I work now is the one that I wanted the offer for. And I got it. And hearing them tell me that when I become a nurse, if I want to stay on the unit, I can. Or if I want to branch out to other parts of the hospitals, they're going to help me make my dreams come true. And that scared me. And sometimes it is scary walking into work because you don't know what you're going to expect. That's the exciting part. One thing that has got me down from the job that I'm working now is we do one-on-ones. So that means if the patient is a suicide watch, or if the patient is a safety watch, like they can't be by themselves or they're gonna fall, and we want to prevent that, so they will have a sitter with them. And I do sit with patients from time to time. We had one patient who has a cognitive disability and some other issues, and I've gotten punched, I've gotten hit, I've almost gotten bit. The one day I got punched up here at my clavicle, and then in my belly, and then in my leg. Like, that was a lot for me to take in. I've never been hit. Like, I mean, never. Not by a grown person. And that hit a whole nother level with me. Being hit, punched, being hit with shoes, kicked. I mean, sometimes you can block it, but sometimes you can't. And that's a lot. At least for me it is. I've never been abused. And sometimes that the person doesn't know that they're doing it, but other times they know exactly what they're doing because they're not getting their way. But that really hit hard for me, being punched by a grown person. I want to say this hurt the most. I had a little bruise from it, but it started to go away now. But that's one of the hardest things. I know I'm not going to go into psych nursing, so when I graduate, definitely not. That just brought my mood down because I felt like a failure because the patient became violent and I didn't do my job. Some of the nurses told me not to try to think like that because you did everything right. The patient just wasn't okay that day, so they weren't able to be okay with you. And I don't like to be hit or punched. Nobody should go through that. Honestly, there were some days at work where I would just rather want to be in with that patient because I don't want anyone else to get hit if the patient would decide to become violent that day. I would much rather it happen to me than somebody else. But then again, nobody should have to be a punching bag. And that day I was. And that cut deep for me. It I don't like that. And like I don't know what it feels like for somebody to be in an abusive relationship. I know what mental abuse is. I've gone through that. Sometimes I feel like I'm still going through that. But physical abuse, this was different. And like with working with these patients, you can't hit back. I mean, I won't hit back. And most people that I know won't. Other than just like pushing them away. The one time I did, the one day the patient hit me. And when they came up to me, I grabbed their hands and I pushed them. Because like I'm not going to be beat on. And you're allowed to defend yourself. But I don't feel right in hitting them because they hit me. That just, I took it to heart a little bit. The people out there that are getting abused, domestic violence, if you know something's happening, if you know someone's going through this and they're afraid to talk, reach out. We can call the domestic violence hotline. We can get you out of that situation. I've learned a lot about domestic violence this year, this semester in school. No one should have to go through that. And you're not alone. But I know sometimes it's hard to say something. I just had an exam on it. You're not alone. There are people out here that support you. You might not know me. I might not know you. But I'm here for you. No matter what you're going through. I don't care if you're having bad test anxiety and you need someone to talk to. Or if it's something as big as domestic violence, mental abuse, physical abuse. Reach out. You don't have to go through this alone, and I will help you get that help that you need. You don't have to be alone. And I can say it, and you could be like, oh, well, she just is going to say that because she's posting on YouTube. No, I'm not just saying that. I'm saying it because I can help you, and I want to help you. I'm extending that help to you, and you don't have to go through it all alone. Even with the depression and the anxiety, you can do this. You can do anything you put your mind to. All the possibilities are endless. Please don't forget that. You can do this. But that's all I have for you today. Thank you for listening. And like I said, if you need anything, please reach out to me and let me know how I can help you. I'm here for you, no matter what. Bye, everybody.